Hello, and welcome to another Rang Rouge unit of the week. And today we're taking a look at the Part 2 Tiger. So the Tiger II helicopter was first developed during the Cold War by France and Germany. Its main role during the design phase was an anti-tank helicopter to stop T-55s and T-ATUs from crossing West Germany. But once the Cold War ended and the Soviet Union fell, they changed its role to a multi-role helicopter, and once it was introduced in 1991, it had advanced features such as a glass cockpit and a stealth technology and quite high agility for an attack helicopter, and the Tiger II has been used on many fronts such as Afghanistan, Libya and Mali. In-game, the Tiger II helicopter is a 120-point West German unit. It is year restricted to 1999, so you can only have it in Cat A decks. It is type restricted to airborne, obviously, and it is prototype as well, so you can only use it in West German decks or Eurocorps decks. Take a look at its first weapon. We have the Stinger missile launcher with a range of helicopters of 2,275 meters. Helicopters of 1,820 meters, 70% accuracy and 70% accuracy while on the move. 5 HE, 200 suppression and 20 seconds of reload time. Isn't the best AA launcher on a helicopter per se compared to like a KA-50's Igla or a Gazelle Celtic's Mistral, but it gets the job done. Just be worried that you don't have many Stingers, so try not to race chum. And secondly, we have the Sneb rocket launcher, has 22 of his 68mm rockets with 2,100 range of ground, 30% accuracy and 20% while on the move, 2 HE and a rate of fire of 92 rounds a minute. You don't get many of these rockets, and I tend to run out of these guys a lot anytime I get an infantry engagement. So they're not particularly great per se, just because you hardly have any, but when they do fire and when they do hit infantry, they do quite a bit of damage. And for its final weapon, we have the Hot 2 semi-active missile. It has 4 of these missiles with a range of ground of 2,625 meters, 55% accuracy, sound and still, and only 10% when moving, with a whopping 25 AP power and a 1 second reload time. So the Hot 2, you don't get many of these ATGMs, but they do quite a bit of damage against tanks. They're not super accurate per se, so try to make your shots count and try to keep the enemy tanks within your line of sight. Take a look at its miscellaneous stats. It has 1 frontal armor and 1 side armor, very similar to the Hind and the Apache. Only 8 HP, which isn't an awful lot for an attack helicopter. Makes you a little bit more vulnerable than like the Hind. Exceptional optics, 290 kilometers an hour, which is pretty decent for an attack helicopter. It also has good stealth, meaning it is harder to detect by the enemy, and it has 1,000 liters of fuel and 800 kilometers of movement. And when you buy this Tiger II helicopter, you'll get in a jack of all trades thrown into one. You got a bit of anti-infantry thanks to Snebs, you got a bit of anti-helicopter thanks to Stinger, and a bit of anti-tank thanks to the Hot 2. But you don't excel in any of them. You hardly get any ammunition for all 3 of the weapons, so you really have to make do. But when you use a Tiger II as its intended purpose, like a recon helicopter, because it has exceptional optics and it's pretty hard to spot, you can definitely get good eyes on the battlefield and be quite close to the enemy fronts without them really noticing this helicopter too much. I'd suggest using its weapons to try and plug in holes, like let's say you just see some Mi-4s you're going around your flank. You can move in the Tiger II to finish them off. But I wouldn't use this helicopter as a frontline attack helicopter. You want to leave that to the Tigra Had and the Tigra Hap to do that job. But overall, the Tiger II a very well-rounded helicopter. A jack of all trades in the purest sense. And well, I have to admit, it looks pretty bloody cool. And well, that's all I have time for. This has been another Rang Rouge unit of the week. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.